Good Friday today. Again, it's our recap Friday. I want to give you guys an update of what's going on and what's going on within the last week, of course. Just in today, we got a job report that blown the expectation out of the water. We created 916,000 jobs in the month of March. The analysts expecting only 660,000 or 667,000 or so jobs created in March. So we have the biggest surge since August of 2020. What does that do for our economy? Well, of course, you know, when we create more jobs, the economy is going to get better, and we're doing better. We're recovering from this pandemic. Of course, with all the stuff that's going on right now, a lot of people have been having inflation on their mind, and they're worried about inflation and how things going to affect the economy. Well, a lot of economists and a lot of investors believe that the inflation will be very, very minimal, and that they are not worried about the inflation in the long run. So that's what's going on, and for the last week or so. So as you can see, rates has been creeping up slightly. The bond market is open today, only for half a day. Stock market is closed, of course, observance of Good Friday. The bond's trading at 1.706 at the moment. So like I guess you can say 1.71. So the rates are creeping up slightly. It's moving sideways right now. I guess in a way it's kind of figuring out where it's gonna go. People ask me, hey Mike, are we gonna get the low rates like, you know, a couple weeks ago? I'm like, well, it's kind of hard to say at this moment with all the stimulus money that's going into the market. The economy is returning back, recovering. With all that's going on, bond yield is going to rise. So with that said, I don't see rates gonna come back with, you know, to the same level like we seen a couple months ago. With that, again, I don't know. I mean, you know, something might trigger the bond market to drop to, you know, the level of about 1.5 or so, and then it'll go sideways a little bit and then go back up again. It is possible, but we're going into spring and also the summer season, which is very, very busy for the real estate market, with inventory still very, very low. People are on the sideline right now because they don't know what the economy is going to do, and you know, their job and all that stuff. So they're still thinking about what they want to do as far as purchasing a home, and if they want to do a refinance. Again, if you are saving money, please refinance. I mean, there's no point of waiting. If it's going to save you money. Where are you going to go to find a saving a couple $100 every single month, right? All you have to do is do a refinance, and you save a couple $100 immediately the moment we close the deal. And you'll be saving this through the life of the loan. So whatever it might be, 15 years, 7 years, 10 years, 30 years. I mean, you're saving money every single day. With that, please join me. I have a very exciting news. Join me tomorrow, Saturday, on our Saturday live session on YouTube Live at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every single Saturday. This is where we kind of you know, interact with our community, answer questions you may have as far as mortgages and real estate are concerned. We are very excited to go in depth tomorrow about the difference between a pre-approved and a pre-qualified candidate. Okay, so it's very, very important for realtors as well as you as our consumer and community to understand the difference. Even companies out there trying to pull them off and saying, hey, you know, we give you a pre-qualified or a pre-approved, and they use those two words interchangeably. Make sure you understand the difference. Many of them don't. Even real estate broker that I know, they really don't understand the difference between the two, and they don't know what kind of questions they need to ask the loan officers to make sure that the letter they got was indeed a pre-approved letter instead of a pre-qualified letter. I spoke to many clients of mine who called in, asked me a question. Hey, you know, I went over to this broker office and they said they'll give me a pre-approved letter. And I said, okay. They said that, you know, whatever you want, they'll give it to me. And I said, well, how can they pre-approve you without looking at your documentation? How can they approve you without knowing your credit scores? How can they approve you without knowing how much you make? So they said, well, you know, they just asked me how much I make. I told them and they gave me a pre-approved letter. Okay, so you're trying to tell me is that the loan officer, supposedly licensed loan officers, willing to give you a pre-approved letter without seeing your documents. So that is something that we're going to go in depth tomorrow. Join me tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We would love for you to interact with us. This is where you can ask us questions, you know, type in a chat box, things like that. We have all that stuff for you guys. Please join me tomorrow. I'd love to hear from you, or comment below. You have any questions, so that way we can reach out to you and get you the answer you need. Again, this is where we are very transparent in what we do. We want to make sure the community understands exactly how we do things, and hopefully they can support us and support this channel, okay? Join me tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube Live. On our Saturday live show, we will go through what's the difference between pre-approved and pre-qualified. Other than that, you guys, today is Good Friday. Have a blessed Friday, blessed weekend. Be safe out there and love one another.